Hello, everyone, and welcome once more to the Sage 2023 Showcase. This time we're checking out the game Sonic Encore, which you might remember if you've checked out my previous Sage Showcases. In Sage 2020, we first checked this out, and it had a build. This is a 3D Sonic game that is really well composed. We checked out a build in Sage 2020 that had Angel Island Zone and Ice Cap Zone. In Sage 2021, we checked out a build that had specifically Mystic Cave Zone, Aqua Lake Zone, and Oil Ocean Zone. That build was entirely different, had different levels entirely. This build, for the year 2023, is the final build. Like, this is the end of it. So this has everything. Everything we previously checked out from previous stages, as well as, I believe, Green Hill Zone. So I believe there's only one new zone to check out, which I think I'll just probably play that alone, unless there's some reason to play all the stages again. Maybe there is. I will see. But if you weren't aware, because you haven't seen the overview for the previous years, Sonic Encore is a fan game that reimagines some of the classic levels from the Sonic 2D era into a more modern 3D environmental setting. Not only taking visual cues from the classics, it is the intended design goal that playstyle of the game also feels reminiscent of the classic games, the classic 2D games as well, which should provide a unique experience to other 3D Sonic games. Project consists of 11 levels across 6 zones, each with a boss fight, all available to explore and overcome. They call this more of a proof of concept than a game, the result of many hours of love and trial, error, and lessons learned. After 4 years of my life, it feels great to finally finish and share with the community, take what I've learned, and create something new. This doesn't have any sort of plot. It was just like, he just wanted to reimagine levels. The creator just wanted to reimagine levels from the classic era. And he did a really good job. He, she, they did a really good job. We checked out, for the previous years we checked out, I really enjoyed this, actually. It was really well put together. So let's hop back into this for the final time for Sage 2023. Of course, before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing that as well. But if you really want to help out, come over to Twitch. We're trying to reach a partner over here, but we need more viewers to do it. So if you want to come by, whether it's to lurk or to talk, think about doing so, because it does make one heck of a difference, and we'd honestly love to have you. We also have a pretty cool Discord community if you want to check that out. I have a coffee link if you want to help directly monetize my content, and I have a merch store if you want to buy some cool merch. Links are in the description, so you can check them out at your leisure. With that being said, yeah, so I don't know if I'll play all the levels. Play game. Yeah, there was a number. Also, there's quite a few characters to choose from, so I think there's. What we got? But not. Oh, now the controller works. Okay, well, Ray, I don't think he was in the build last time. I don't remember, though. Mighty and Ray, and Tails, and Knuckles, and Shadow, and Blaze. They're just coming out of warp pipes. Obviously, I'm going to pick Tails. I mean, come on. There is no other option here. Okay, weird. I still have to use my mouse to hit continue. But I have to use my analog stick to select the character. But I have to click continue. It's weird. If the game's a bit quiet, by the way, I apologize. It just kind of is that way. I can boost XSplit though, if needed. I'm gonna see how it is in game.
Boost it.
Oh yeah, see, it's a lot louder in game. What did I have? I told you guys. Is it too loud now? Let me know. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Actually, Arzadeo, say something.
Saying something.
Yeah, it's a little loud. Why is it that so many of these games are quiet on the title screen, but then when you get into gameplay, they're like way louder?
I don't know how to say it.
Wait, the voice volume thing, if I just move it constantly. We'll do a Green Hill Zone remix where Sonic raps this over and over again. Okay. I think that's acceptable.
Use the left stick to move the character. Use
So,
the right stick to control the character.
here's the thing that I find really interesting about this dev. There's a lot of developers out there like, oh, I'm going to reimagine old levels in 3D. And that is always mixed result, but I really feel like this developer really manages to nail...
Jump! Holding the jump button will increase jump height as well as air time. While jumping,
Whoa.
press the button again to perform an air dash.
I've never seen Tails be able to climb a wall. That confused the shit out of me. Hold on, wait. What the? That's new. Is Tails saying BAM? Okay. I don't remember Tails being able to climb walls in previous demos. Hold on. How do I even do that? Yeah, that's how. Well, it's not really it's more like wall sliding, but still. How do I fly? If you have to figure that out. Bouncing is fun.
So boing.
Oh, okay, it's right button, apparently. I don't know why that was put on such an obscure... I guess that's kind of... Actually, no, that might be good to have it on a trigger. I accept this. Oh, it's also the spin dash button. Okay. Odd but functional is how I'd call that. So, this is the one level that I didn't play in the previous years. Oh, go ahead, Darcy.
I was like, I'm reminded. Have you considered checking out the new update of Sonic Frontiers with the new playable characters?
Oh, I would most certainly like to. Ironically, Sage is kind of... something I want to do first. So I will probably slip that in. Right now what I'm doing is kind of...
Release the button again to uncurl and continue running. Knowing when to roll and when to run is the key to gaining and maintaining speed.
Ooh, fun. Right now my plan was I want to do Sage twice every week. And on the third day, I would like to do... On the third stream day, I would like to do Howler for an Hour, because I also have a lot of Howler for an Hour review keys to go through as well. And then once I run out of Howler keys, then I'll have a day open for Sonic Frontiers.
Alright.
That was my plan.
I will say, it's quite fun. Although, at some point, the game asks you, do this perfectly.
That's fair. I mean... I heard that there's parts that were kind of hard, yeah.
The homing attack can be performed by waiting for the target reticule to close in, then pressing the button you normally use for the air dash. This can cut down the time it takes
Oh no!
to first level.
I just realized something about the tutorial. First off, what the hell is the homing attack button? Let's see. I have no idea. Oh, okay, it's just jump, alright. I'd like to know something about the tutorial. Listen to this.
The homing attack can be performed by waiting for the target reticule to close in, then pressing the button you normally use for the air dash. This can cut down the time it takes to traverse the level.
God, you're talking. Sonic is gone now. He's just booming his voice.
Get down the tunnel. I can't hear you. Get over here, Sonic.
Bam! Alright. But yeah, honestly, though, this is very competently made. I can already tell you that because I played it 2 years previously. And I like how... I actually really like what the Sonic Encore girl person did. Because the first build was like 2 levels, and the second build was 3 other levels, but not the first 2. That's the interesting thing. For the second build, the first 2 levels were removed and replaced with 3 other levels. So the builds were entirely different, and you had incentive to play both of them. Which I like that. I like that a lot. And this is the final build, so this has everything. Including this level here, which, ironically, he did Green Hill Zone the last, I think. Which is kind of an interesting way of doing it. But as you can see here, it runs really well. And that's the thing that, well, okay, except for in certain spots. But for the most part, it runs really well. And honestly, a lot of 3D fan games run really bad, so I'm kind of happy about that. Bam! Did I get turned around? I don't actually know. Oh, no, I think I'm fine. Oh, that's right, the bomb! I forgot! I forgot about this! You can't just ignore the motobugs in this game. They fucking hunt you down! I forgot about this.
Wait, are we playing Jaws music now?
What?
Are we playing Jaws now? Just, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da.
No. Jaws is a different Sonic enemy. I believe the fish from Sonic 1 were literally called Jaws. If I recall correctly, yeah. So ironically, you end up with a very good level 1 due to experience than a really shitty file map due to lack of it. No, actually, at least from what I remember from playing this in previous stages, every single level is fully polished. Like, every single level feels good to play. If I recall correctly. Where am I going? Oh. That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Bam! Bam! Reminds me of Sonic Robo Blast 2 was developed. Honestly, it has a similar design goal to Sonic Robo Blast 2. Because Sonic Robo Blast 2 was, hey, let's make a 3D Sonic game that feels like classic Sonic games. This is also trying to do that. So, it has a similar design focus. Also, Vixen Diwali, welcome by. I just wanted to say your YouTube ASMR has helped me sleep. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Honestly, I think that's my favorite Vorish video I put out there. Oh shit. I keep forgetting I can't ignore them. I'm so used to motobugs being pathetic, but these guys are not pathetic. They will come for you. Alright. But yeah, you're welcome. I'm really glad. Honestly, it's been years since I released that Vor ASMR, and I've gotten so many nice comments. Basically to the effect of, this honestly helps me relax, this honestly helps me sleep. And I'm really glad. I'm really glad that the stomach gurgly, Shaddock's howly noises are really just something to help people relax. It's really great, honestly. Oh god. Looks like the Buzz Bombers are not about to be outdone by the Motobugs. They're coming for me too. There we go. Good night, Beerus. And also, Beerus is going to bed, so Krasavs, unless you deny it, you're on side hunt duty now. Some people would think being put to sleep is an insult. Well, like, as long as it's like a soothing sleep. It's also just kind of neat. When I made the Vorious MR, I wasn't actually thinking that people would care. I mean, like, I knew people would like it, but I wasn't actually realizing the actual therapeutic value of what I made. I wasn't realizing that people would legitimately. I just did a big old loop. I just realized. Where am I supposed to be going? I'm not actually sure. Oh wait, maybe it's this way? Okay, let's play this ledge. I'm actually kind of lost. Let's see. Maybe. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, there's a tunnel here. I think I had to do a switchback turn. To be fair, that was kind of non-intuitive. I had to like turn around and go like I was going down a V path. It was like a Y intersection. I was going down one of the prongs of the Y, and then I had to like turn around and go down the other prong. Which yeah, that's not terribly intuitive. But yeah, it's really cool though that ASMR. I want to try and make another one at some point, since it does seem to be like legitimately beneficial for people, which is cool.
Do you have any ideas how you could do this next one?
Well, I need more sound effects. I'll think about it, and I also need to figure out a new animation.
Fair.
Oh, boss fight.
Don't think this'll be like last time.
Oh my god, look at him vroom around.
No, don't!
Oh god, those realistic explosions. I can make the animation, I know Blender. Ooh, well, that could definitely help.
Even you won't last long against this one.
You know what? Vixen, join my if you don't mind, join my Discord. You can type !Discord to access the link. And give me a poke there.
No, retreat.
I might talk to you about it later. Or I will talk to you about it later, rather. Well, there he goes. There goes Eggman flying through a block as he always does when he runs away. Alright, bye. Hey, he left a bomb here. Ow. But yeah, actually a 3D animation would be really cool. Last time it was actually just an image.
Yeah.
More or less. That was like moving. It was like effectively just a GIF. Alright, Angel Island Zone. But actual like 3D animation would be a really neat upgrade for another ASMR thing. That actually sounds like a great idea. Ah, the rhinos. So I want to comment and say that the rhino enemy is like the strongest first enemy in a Sonic game. Because unlike most first enemies, bye. Okay. Unlike most first enemies in Sonic games, which are like really pathetic, these guys like charge at you and stuff. They're kind of like actually aggressive. At least when it comes to classic series games. Oh. What's everybody's favorite first Sonic stage music? For me, it's probably Angel Island Zone. It's a pretty swank song, in my opinion. Also, one second. You don't have to tell me. I know we have some frame drops. This is a big old jungle, so I'm not surprised. I'm actually just going to do this, because it won't bother me any.
The grass is floating.
It is floating! That's a weird point to pause. Oh, motion blur is on. That would, let's just not. Let's just not have that on. There we go. How's that? I didn't even notice the motion blur was on. That'll probably run a lot better. Probably. Bam. Magic grass, that's what they call marijuana!
Yeah.
Oh god, the homing attack failed me for some reason. Oh no! The thing went off without me! the zip line, I was supposed to follow it, but I homing attacked it and it left without me, and then I got attacked because of that. Oh, that's so mean. Oh, what's up there? Yeah, that's a swim animation, okay. Oh, thank you, Diwali. That's kind of you. Again, we can talk about it on the Discord. Because a 3D VTuber, that's a little more complicated. Like, it's a cool idea, but I don't think I have a computer quite yet that would be good to have. Like, it would be more of a performance hog. I'm not sure about doing that right now. But it might be good to have that for later, when I do upgrade, which I hope to do next year. Where am I going? I'm bouncing everywhere.
Right. The secret tunnel.
Ah, okay.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, this one right here. This is the one you're talking about? You knew this game. Cool.
Yeah, I totally knew everything. I'm gonna ask Jack, what do you think?
Secret tunnel.
Totally.
Yeah.
Secret tunnel.
By the way, Angel Island Zone didn't really have tunnels per se, but I like this. I like this addition. This is pretty cool. Wait, what's that over there? I want it. It's a life, which I might need in a second. I'm good. Whitetail's his best character because I saved myself from dying in lava. And if I was any other character, I couldn't have done that. Maybe Knuckles could have saved himself, but... And of course, you can't have Angel Island Zone without everything getting on fire at some point. Bam! I think I just ran through a fence. That's fine. You gotta be careful. When he's throwing the bombs, you can run into them if you're attacking them. There we go. Hey. Did not play that many Sonic games. Wait, what? I just realized something. I just went through Green Hill Zone in the first stage, and we fought the Emerald Hill Zone boss at the end of it. I just realized that. That's kind of funny. Why wasn't it Emerald Hill Zone then? But yeah, I do think a 3D VTuber is a good idea. I do actually have a 3D model of my Shadox, but it's kind of a mess. Somebody made it for me. It's really cool, but it has absolutely failed rigging. So actually, I don't know if he's still here right now, but Kairio, my friend Kairio, he's kind of messing around with it in his free time, seeing if he can make it work. But that's not exactly a VTuber per se. So it might be nice to have another model for that. I'm not sure. Specifically, the model I have is more something that I was going to have for VR chat and stuff. Yeah?
Have you ever considered a ToonTuber?
Well, what's that?
Basically, it's a mix between a VTuber, like the expressions of a VTuber and the flatness of a PNG tuber. Scott Falco made one and is like sharing it around.
So wait, is it 3D or?
It's 2D.
Okay. But it's like better than a PNG tuber, I guess they're called.
Yeah, pretty much, kinda. I wouldn't say
like an
pretty
in-between,
better, but
is it like an in between in like quality? I mean.
Not as in between in quality. It's more animated.
Okay. I mean, I could probably do something similar with my current program if I had really animated images and GIFs and stuff to work with. Because this thing does support... Ow, fuck! Not that. It supports things besides paid. It does support GIFs, so I can... Like, you guys know that that my current program supports GIFs, because you guys have seen the GIFs. Oh god! The rhinos died, chasing me into the water. Okay. I'll take it. Existing VRC model, set up a certain program. That's fair. 3D stuff is, kind of past my pay grade as far as things I understand. But it is pretty cool, like... Where am I going? I think I got lost again. By the way, I would like to note that the music, the remixes used for this game, are pretty goddamn lit, actually. Want me to link it to you? I am on your Discord. I will check later. Like, obviously, right now I'm streaming because... So I really don't have time to think about that too much or get too involved in that right now. But that's why I said just, like I said, give me a message on Discord. You've joined my server, so you can, you can say something there easily enough. And I can check it later when I have time to think about it.
Yeah, I was thinking of sending it to you afterwards. But if I was going to share it with you, I shouldn't take their glory then.
I'm in your walls! You are my walls. Oh my god! That was amazing! I was like, oh, there's Ryo's chasing. Whatever, I'm doing a giant loop-de-loop. Ryo's were like, yeah, we are too. We're gonna fucking wreck you. Like, seriously, they did the loop-de-loop. They went upside down with me and everything. What the actual fuck? That was kind of amazing, actually. Normally I don't see Sonic enemies being able to chase quite like that. What's that?
Sounds like something from a horror film. Like, you thought you escaped, but then suddenly that happens.
Well, it's very rare for enemy AI to impress me, but that was actually kind of impressing me. Like, I did not expect them to be able to do that. So that was really kind of cool, actually. I don't think even if yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I don't think that happens in official games. If Sonic or whatever is going through a loop-de-loop, he can always rest easy, knowing the enemies are not going to attack him while he's doing it. I love the idea of enemies that chase you through loop-de-loops and stuff, though. That sounds really cool, actually. I think that should be a thing. Oh, no. Hell yeah! That recovery, alright. By the way, this level's very long, but it's pretty fun, so... But again, I played this level. I do think there could be improvements, though. Like, I played all the levels aside from Green Hill Zone in 2021 and 2022, what was it? Or no, 2020 and 2021, I think. But it's possible these levels have received polishing, upgrades, updates. So I guess it's worth replaying. After all, this is the final build of Sonic Encore, so we may as well just play everything, right? Because again, like, and honestly, I want to point out, this is an exceptionally well-made 3D Sonic game, which does feel classic. Like, the controls definitely do not feel like the 3D era, they feels more like the classic era, while being in 3D. So, much like Sonic Robo Blast 2, it manages to pull off that balance. Which, honestly, is very hard to pull off, I'd say. So let's see here. I need to know how to probably do the GIFs on video too. Seems the blinking animation goes through the entire GIF each time. It's good because you can make custom blinks to be occasionally tell like stuff that bad because you actually blink frames. Yep. So I don't think I could. Chrisov's poke me about that later. I can help you. Oh yeah, that's right. It even does the ship section. You know the ship section in Angel Island Zone 2, where you get fucking torpedoed from above. It even does that a little bit. That little cess piece. Forgot that. That's cool. But yeah, Christos, I can probably help you with that.
Don't think this will be like last time.
That's what you said last time. Don't think this will be like last time. That's what you said last time. I love how Robotic spins when I hit him. Watch his fucking animation.
No.
He's sad. The camera is like losing its mind. What the hell? I don't remember that. Did that happen in the previous build? Another one of those little things? Okay, it's gone now.
Fidgety little. Take this.
The more you hit him, the faster he brings up his shield. Oh, this actually is kind of an involved fight, I gotta say. I like that.
How about this?
Uh-oh. I love Robotic's noises, holy shit. It's like fucking tweaking out here. He sounds like a he sounds like a gamer who is just losing their mind over a level and is like gonna throw their controller any second.
No, retreat.
God, those are the best voice lines.
The best voice lines are the one with weird noises. What?
Like, parried his, like, freak out voice with the fact that every time I hit him, his machine tweaked out and did weird circles, like, really fast. Just a wonderful combination, actually. Alright, Ice Cap Zone. Another thing I like is that he's managed to, like, look at this. Those, I want to point this out for a second, slow down for a second. So those are sprites that exist in Ice Cap Zone, just like weird little ice plants. And they look identical to how they look, like, when I'm saying here, this is exactly how they looked in 2D in Ice Cap Zone. But then, of course, if I turn the camera, you can see they're in 3D. So, like, the developer did a really good job taking the classic style and bringing it into 3D. Because, like, it literally looks like the 2D sprites when I look for this direction. But I could also, like, move it in 3D and examine it in 3D, which is really neat. So I really feel like there was a lot of faithfulness in the design of this. Oh god, I remember this level. The penguins will want to... The penguins... Look at this. The penguins are insane, too. Any ground with penguins on it is like jumping into shark-infested waters. You don't want to do it. Like, you just want to stay off the ground with penguins. Consider it a hazard zone. But yeah, what I'm impressed with is that there's a few people that have made... There's quite a few people that have made, like, 3D Sonic fan game projects. But I'm just impressed by this one because it was a little jank before I lowered settings. But honestly, this one runs really freaking well. Most of them don't. Most of them run like shit. But this one runs pretty gosh dang good. And it looks really good, too. Like, the model work is immensely good. A lot of 3D Sonic fan games are just using, like, default Unreal Engine, like, textures and shit. But you can tell, just looking at this, that if this is using pre-made assets, it's using very few of them. Because, like, look at this wall. You can tell this wall was custom designed to kind of look like some of the walls from Ice Cap Zone. Like, there's so many objects that are very clearly Ice Cap Zone objects, so... It's just, man, I don't know, man. This is probably my favorite 3D Sonic fan game, actually, now I think about it. I mean, the only problem with it is that it's sort of just a, like the developer even said, kind of just more of a proof of concept, not like meant to be an actual full release game. Just sort of like, I wanted to make these levels and see how it felt and share it with everybody. More of a casual project, right? But for a casual project, there's a hell of a lot of work put into it. I am getting away from the penguins.
Penguins are belly sliding towards you. They have your address.
They also know my next of kin. At this rate. Also, I'd love to point out how lovingly crafted all the classic enemies are, too. Like the penguins, and like we got these... Wow, they have a complex attack pattern that I never bothered to stand around and observe. The little ball spiky enemies. Who actually spread out their spikes and stuff. That's kind of neat.
It is neat.
Also, I somehow stuck Tails' helicopter Tails sound in the game. Now it won't go away. Adds to the music, though. I'm okay with that. It's an extra instrument now.
I need to go grab something to eat. I'm gonna go meet myself and be back later.
Okay. Ice Cap Zone is a very good song. It's very repetitive, but not in a bad way. It uses a repetition to give it itself a kind of icy feel, as well as, like, it really works kind of a tundra environment. It's also just a very good general electronic kind of song. I always like the rather simple bass line. I guess you'd call that a bass line. Uh-oh. 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 Fall off the ledge. I need to fall off the ledge for my own safety. I have no rings. There. Now I have rings. Holy fuck. Whoa. That guy's doing something fancy. least Sega won't copyright anything. Barely uses their characters. Not Lil Nintendo. Yeah, Sega's pretty cool about fan projects. That's the reason Sage even exists, I think. That's the reason Sage is this big expo. It's because Sega was chill about fan games. And that allowed the Sage community, you know, the original creators of Sage, as well as the original designers and developers that participate in Sage, to go ahead and make it a thing, you know? Sage would not be a thing to this day if it wasn't for Sega being chill about fan games. It goes to show what your fan base can be. It goes to show how awesome your fan base can become if you actually bother to support your fan base, which Nintendo doesn't know how to do. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate all Nintendo games or anything. Like, Nintendo still makes good games, generally, but they really do have always had this personality of, we know what's good for our customers. They don't know. We're going to do what we want to do because that's what they should have. That's what they deserve. That's what our customers should have, and that's what our customers shouldn't have, etc. Like, if you pay attention, even really good Nintendo games have some really weird design decisions. I can't think of any direct example. Well, okay, I can think of a few. Mario Maker. You don't get all the functions until you have arbitrarily played the game for a certain amount of time. And you cannot make enough. You can only make so many stages unless you get like stars from like people on some of your other stages or whatever. And oh, if you're not popular enough to get stars, then you just don't have as much functionality. There's like a lot of decisions, and like I'm thinking like Splatoon, like Splatoon map rotation. Oh, did you want to play a particular map in Splatoon? Well, fuck you. That's not in the rotation right now. Try again tomorrow. There's always these decisions where Nintendo feels like they know what's best for their consumers. Like, no, you're going to play the game this way because we said so. And I really hate that personality. I really hate that sort of way of looking at your audience and dictating how they should play your game. Like, not cool, man. You know? Sega, on the other hand, they struggle to make good games sometimes, but they at least let their community have the freedom to enjoy those games how they like, and make mods, and make fan games, and stuff like that, which I appreciate. Reputation in isolation makes sense, because I found, yes, reputation in itself is not necessarily bad. I do not like the way it was done in Splatoon 1. That's the only Splatoon game I played. Maybe they improved upon it in later Splatoons, but yeah, it wasn't good in 1. It just kind of, eh. Bam! Oh god, I'm dead. I'm not dead yet. Just soon. Oh god. Surely they won't chase me all the way down. Oh god, they're chasing me all the way down there. Oh, not what I meant to do. I like how the animal buddies that look at them. They bounce around for a bit and then they disappear. Interesting. Actually, if I go into ball mode and they run into me, I'm fine. I should probably do that more often. I like how Tails just sometimes stop moving. Oh, he's like a really cool marble pattern when he's doing that. What the hell's that animation? Fall weirdly, okay. So what's interesting, by the way, is in previous years, Sonic Encore only had a level select, and you just chose what stage you wanted to play, because there was only a few stages. This is the first time where it had a play game button, where you notice how I'm just going through the stages in a particular order. Yeah, Encore didn't have that before, as like a mode.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so I'm wondering if I actually get something by actually doing the play game option and playing all the stages. What if we'll unlock say at the end or something? I don't know. Introducing functions over time makes a little sense the players get overwhelmed. Yeah, like honestly, it is okay to like introduce stuff over time in a game if that's a good way for the learning experience, but it has to be done in a fun way, and ideally, a player should have the option to skip that if they want to. Like, if they don't want things handed to them slowly to make sure they adjust, if they just are like, yeah, I just want everything right now, though, they should be allowed to have that. I mean, if they get overwhelmed at that point, that's kind of their own decision, their own fault, you know? Holy shit, I'm going fast. Holy crap. I'll take it. Oh, shit. Bam! No, I actually want to go up the wall. That sounds fun. Guess a little trouble stopping on ice. That makes sense. Why is the sound cutting out? Alright. There. That was, in fact, slightly fun. Honestly, here's the thing that's really impressive, actually. I haven't really addressed this, but there's a lot this game is doing spectacularly well. I'm not commenting on it because it's doing it so well that it feels natural and I don't think of talking about it. Where if it wasn't doing it well, it would be a point of contention to bring up. But since this is doing it so well, it's just like, yeah, I'm just playing the game. I'm just having a good time. I don't have to think about it because it's just doing it well. And one thing it's doing well is every time I go any direction aside from horizontal, like if I'm going up a wall or along a loop-de-loop or across the ceiling, it's very easy to do it. And it's very easy to stick to those places and maneuver. That's not easy to do. If you're like wall running or ceiling running, even in official Sonic games, the controls can be kind of fucking weird when you're doing it. Ow. Sir. But here it's just like really easy to control. It's actually impressive how easy it is to control. You just can do it, man. You just go ahead and do it, you know? How many penguins are gonna back attack me here? Jeez Louise. Oh no! I finally died! All this time I hadn't lost a single life. Oh well. Oh, welcome back, Fallis. They gave the penguins pack tactics. To be fair, though, don't penguins hunt in packs anyways when they're like in fishies? I can't remember. I think they do. Oh my good, ow. You can really pick up speed if you go into ball mode while going downhill. Like, super, quite a bit of speed. Oh my god. Gotta take all these packed penguins down. Man, these spiky plants really fucking hurt. Go figure. Whoa! Okay. Didn't mean to go flying upwards, but alright. Desperately hit the ball for him so it doesn't. The penguins don't kill me. Alright, there we go. Oh god, please land properly. Okay. Oh! And the platform's falling! Okay, those fall apparently. Good to know. Okay, hell. Am I going the wrong direction? I think I'm going the wrong direction. If I were to complain about anything in this, it's that it is kind of easy to get turned around. But to be fair, that kind of happens anyways when you play as Tails in these sort of games, so... His freedom of movement does also mean freedom of getting fucking lost if you want to, so... Is this the way? This looks right. Bam! I like how Snover shows up while I'm in Ice Cap, so that's fair. Ice good. You know, I don't remember there being other ice machines around. Like this. Oh, okay. They get upset when I attack the doctor. Alright. Noted. Is there a way to take a hit with Valky and hurt? 'Cause that seems very easy to do. There we go. This is giving me Metropolis Zone flashbacks where you hit them and then the balloons spin really fast and they fuck you up. Wait, where did all of them go? Now there's only one. Now there's none. Well, that worked out. Yeah.
I won't forget this.
Okay, there he goes. Where's he going? Going to the sun. Just have a base there. Rude. Give sheep ice plant. You can have the ice plant. Whenever I try to take the ice plant, I just lose rings because they're very spiky.
I return.
Hello, welcome back.
My food is cooking.
Good.
Oh.
I think I'm going to make mozzarella sticks tonight. I have this idea. So, mozzarella sticks are pretty good marinara sauce. I think everybody knows that. Oh. Right, this remix of Mystic Cave Zone is like lit. I like Mystic Cave Zone. It's such a silly song. It has silly, spooky song vibes, and I love it for that. As a Shadox, I completely vibe with Mystic Cave Zone's song.
You could say this is your domain?
Yes. I would definitely say that Mystic Cave Zone is very much Shadox music.
Understood. Where are we putting the furniture?
Here's the thing, if you want Shadox music, that is you basically need spooky music that is also lively. Because you have to remember, while we are undead creatures, we have a living body. We are very living-like. So our spooky music is not going to be slow and slow-paced. It's going to be active music.
Okay, so not Mirror Magic from Celeste. Noted. It's a slow jazz. It's like a slow. It's a slow, lively song, but not fast.
Not that there's anything wrong with slow-paced, creepy music too. But if you want Shadox creep, you gotta have something with some energy. But anyways, I was gonna say something. What was I saying? I distracted myself with Mystic Cave Zone's music. I was about to say something. I forgot what it was I was saying. What was I talking about before I got distracted? Yeah, I'd like to point out, I'm running... Oh god, okay, hi. Why does everything want to bump into me? I really do like how every single one of these levels has their own stage magics. Like, here's the Firefly guys. Like, so much effort was put into this mod. Or so much effort put into the fan game, I mean. Not just to get the environments right, but to get all the enemies right. No, these are the Fireflies. Here they are. And then we even got the guys that come out of the wall and try to bite your ass off. God, those guys were kind of creepy, actually. They kind of jump scared you. Look at them. I don't think they're killable here. We even have the fucking boxes over here. Alright. Gotta love them. Why did the boxes float and rotate? What made them do that? I think that's pretty spooky.
Totally wasn't not hated. Totally wasn't hated. Totally.
Wait, what?
See? He's clueless. He's a culprit.
I don't know what you. Why did you refer to him? I don't really understand.
Because I did.
Oh no! This exact wall killed me like 2 years ago. I remember this wall. That wall stopped me. I was trying to walk forward and then just got killed. Oh, that also killed me. That's right. The falling ceiling also does a bit of a bad thing on you. Kind of like Mystic Match is like, yeah, Mystic Match is another great song, as well as Sonic after the sequel's Moon Mansion Zone. Also, the Moon Mansion Zone is the most Shadowxy of them all, I would say. If you were to ask me. Also, one second. What does he say about the options? Did it perhaps turn that back on? It did. There we go. Oh, I think I never applied it, actually. Oh, there we go. Trying to help your guys' frames a bit.
Fixed it. Aha! I think that solves my audio issues. Long story short, imagine, you know, setting up your new headset for, you got a new headset, you're setting it up in OBS, next thing you know, everything sounds crunchy, and you can't figure out why.
That sounds fun. What the hell? What the hell? What?
So that happened to me the other day. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna take the time to fix it now. Same thing happened. I'm like, I'm closing OBS. No. I reopen it. It's fixed.
Sometimes all you need to do is just restart the fucking program. I have learned that.
Oh, I'll see if I remember that for next time.
I'm legitimately... Hold on a second. I'm kind of, like, weirding myself out here. I had something I was talking about with you guys, and then I dropped it when I entered Mystic Cave Zone, and I was like, oh, I want to jam the music. And then I completely forgot what I was talking about. I was talking about something. I was going to introduce a point. There was something in my brain that was like, oh, I'm going to talk about this for a bit, and then I just didn't do it. Hold on a second. I'm going to look at my VOD. I shall answer my own. I'm trying to take the ice, but I just lose rings because they're very spicy. What was I... Look at the video. Hold on.
I return.
Hello. Welcome back.
My food is cooking.
Good.
Oh.
I think I'm going to make mozzarella sticks tonight. Oh, right. I was going to talk about my crazy idea involving cooking.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
right.
Spawn. Yeah, I was talking about mozzarella sticks. I was asking you guys about marinara sauce. I was being like, yeah, you know how you have marinara sauce with mozz sticks? Well, guess what? I don't have marinara sauce, but I had this idea. So I recently made some, like, ravioli things, and I used some spaghetti sauce for that. It's like a 4-cheese spaghetti sauce. And I suddenly realized, like, wait a minute. I still have some left over in the jar, and I had no use for it. Would that just be marinara? Would that just be effectively as good as marinara sauce? Like, it would, wouldn't it? I don't see why spaghetti sauce would even be that different from marinara sauce. It's slightly different, but not very. So I was like, yeah, why don't I just use the spaghetti sauce for marinara sauce? BAM! Dead! Oh god, really dead. Holy shit. I couldn't fly after that recoil, jeez. BAM! Wait, why did you say BAM, Tails? All you did was fly. BAM! I'm gonna go flying! Like, BAM! This is gonna be I'm gonna be a meme air, just like BAM! Learn my lesson. Don't attack those fireflies unless I know what they're doing. Ow. Does that mean you're gonna do pizza rolls? Pizza rolls are nice now and then.
Pizza rolls are nice. Speaking of which, I need to go check on my pizza rolls.
The hell? Oh, I see. Oh, that was unfortunate. I homie attacked as it dug underground, which caused me to get hit. The hell's it doing? Taking repeatedly upside back and forth. Uh-oh. So it's digging between the ceiling and floor over and over again. I guess just to keep moving then.
Gator rolls obtained.
Nice.
Interesting chat question. What did y'all have for dinner? Or food?
Well, I'm playing Mod 6 for later. That's my one meal of the day, so I haven't eaten anything else. Just how I eat food these days. I've done it for years, honestly. One big meal, and that's what I do. I probably shouldn't, but that's just what I do.
Well, hello, Zim.
Hey, Zim.
Hello. Saw your message, thought I'd stop by.
Okay. Thanks for that. More the merrier, really. Unless we have, like, 60 people on the call, and then it would be a mess, but you know.
Alright, let's get 60 people in here.
No.
Don't give anyone ideas. We have like 20, 30 people in the other server.
Well,
I was in a call.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was in a call of 11 people the other day, and it was actually surprisingly chill and not chaotic somehow.
Nice. That's
Yeah, that's
surprising.
fair, Bowser.
No, it's fine. Ow, fuck. I didn't even know that guy was there. I need rings. Oh god, I almost got shot. Oh no! I didn't get shot. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, I was just to let Sim know, like, I'm doing more of my Sage showcases today. We are not getting— oh my god, what is up with all these random attacks happening? Tails is suffering. We have not gotten through that many games, though. We need to pick up the pace. We have 123 games to get through, so I would like to get through at least, like, 5 per day that I do it. If not a bit more, ideally. But honestly, I honestly think we've just been incidentally getting the longer games. I assure you there's probably some very short demos here and there. You know, Zim, I just realized something. My last Sage, Zim, the 2022 showcase. I found a TF game in that was actually really charming.
Oh?
I should share it with you later. I actually didn't play it for Sage. I actually put it aside for my transfer gaming segment instead. Oh god, this is too long. Fellas can't fly this. Now I can.
Wait a second.
Yeah, it's called The Warehouse. You can look it up on itch.io. It's a pun. It's not where as in W-A-R-E, but it's W-E-R-E, like werewolf. It's styled like an old Namco arcade game, where, like Mappy or something, where you run around a warehouse as a dog catcher, and you're trying to catch wolves in the warehouse. But then after that's over, it becomes night, and now you're the wolf, and now you're trying to avoid the wolf catchers. And it's really, really cute, actually. I'll be checking it out at some point for an actual stream. I've been putting it off for a long time, obviously. But that's just because I've been busy.
Definitely sounds interesting. I think I've been to look.
All videos I can find on it are just people kind of like playing it casually and game overing and restart and not finishing the game. So I wonder what happens if you actually beat the game. Well, it's probably to some degree. I think it's like Pac-Man, where like you can't win per se, but there are like different like between level scenes based on how far you get. So get far enough to see all the scenes. That's what I'd like to do. So let's see. I believe it was 3 zones in the first or second build, 2 zones in the first build. I asked for that. And then there's 1 more in this build of this game. Green Hill Zone. So that would total up 6 zones in total. And let's see. We went through Green Hill Zone, we went through Angel Island Zone, we went through Ice Cap Zone, we went through Mystic Cave. So there's 2 left, I think, right?
Don't think this will be like last time.
I like how every time Robotnik is like, don't think this will be like last time. This time it's going to be different. I like how he's a little, like, light. A little mighty light.
No, don't!
Now he's starting to bang. Good.
Take this!
Take this!
No, don't! No, don't! Ow!
They just run into a memory error and the graphics just work themselves. Oh, the Pac-Man kill screen.
Retreat!
I wonder, actually. Oh, there he goes! Robotnik always managing to figure out how to phase through walls to escape. Gotta love it. Let's see, what is the next zone? It's probably either Hilltop Zone or whatever the last one was. I forget what the other one was. I know Hilltop Zone was represented. Ah, Aqua Lake, that's right! I completely forgot about that. This is actually probably the most unique one. Aqua Lake Zone was... Oh, was that Triple Trouble? It's one of the Game Gear games. I can't remember which one. Let me look it up. Aqua Lake Zone was... Oh yeah, the SMS/Game Gear version of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was Aqua Lake Zone, which was that game's water level. And it was a unique level, and it was cool, and it had unique little gimmicks and stuff about. And I remember this from the year. I remember now. Aqua Lake Zone runs poorly. I remember this from last time. Though it does help to actually have this stuff remember my settings, ideally. There we go. I'm actually just going to do this. Excellent. There we go. Yeah, Aqua Lake Zone. It has a cool look to it. It's got all these, like, water domes. You need to be really good to get around cheating. In Pac-Man? Yeah, I heard. Oh god. I remember now. The crab butts are packing heat. I love the speed you can get if you do the right sort of spin dash at the right time. Feels good. And those are indeed the crabs from Aqua Lake Zone too, with the 2 halves colored differently. What were the crab bots called? They had an official name. They've been around since Sonic 1. I forget what they're called though. Wait, no, are they just... Wait, I think they might be called Crab Bait, if I recall. Oh god. Your highest score in Pac-Man is 15k. I'm not very good at Pac-Man, if I recall, so I don't know what my high score was. I'm pretty sure I was not good enough to see all the intro screens, or the between level scenes. I don't think I saw them all. I like Aqua Lake Zone. It's like kind of a water garden kind of look. This is actually a really cool stage to see in 3D because while it's kind of normal that somebody might think, oh, I want to see Angel Island Zone in 3D, or I want to see Hydra City Zone in 3D, or something like that, it's a little less common for somebody to go, I want to see that one Game Gear stage in 3D. Like, that's a little unusual, you know? Most people wouldn't think to remake a Game Gear stage. Oh, I like how these things... Wow, not only do these things try to kill me, but if I get close to them, listen. There really is a lot of attention to detail in this fan game. He didn't need to put sound effects to the swishy knife things, but he did. I like that.
If I didn't know any better, I would say this was an actual Sonic game somehow.
There's a lot of quality to this. And it's funny, because it was never meant to be... It's like I said, the developer calls this game a proof of concept. Like, he's finished with it, but he still calls it just a proof of concept rather than a game. Like, he just wanted to put a bunch of levels together and see how they worked. And then share them with other people to enjoy. That's all he wanted to do. So it doesn't have a plot, it doesn't have a story, it's just a set of different levels. Because he wanted to recreate these levels. And I think that's neat. Not every game has to be grandiose, you know? You can just be like, yeah, I just want to put some stuff together and see how it feels. And it still makes, and ironically enough, this makes for a better game. Even though the developer calls it a proof of concept, this makes for a better game than a lot of actual, like, games. Like, they knew exactly what they want to do. They were like, I want to recreate a bunch of classic Sonic levels in 3D, and I want to do it well, and I want to do it with high polish and high visual detail and a lot of custom assets and stuff. Like, make it really, really feel like those stages, and I think that's really neat. I mean... Like, this stage especially, given that Aqua Lake is a little less well-known, this just feels straight up like a unique Sonic level. Like, that feels like a classic level. And I want to remind you, too, Aqua Lake looked worse than any of the Genesis game levels. The Genesis game levels had more visual detail, because, well, they were on the Genesis, that's a 16-bit system, right? Aqua Lake was on Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Game Gear and Sega Master System. So those were 8-bit systems. So Aqua Lake was only represented in 8-bit. So when you consider that it was only represented in 8-bit, that makes it even more of a task to figure out how to realize it in 3D. Because there's even less graphical detail to work off of. Oh, I broke something. I was invincible. So I had the invincibility music, and then I found the boss, so it started playing the boss music, and then the invincibility wore off, so it stopped playing the boss music, because it thought that it was canceling the invincibility music, but it was actually canceling the boss music. Now I just have this. Also, this freaking guy, this fucking robot seal from Aqua Lake Zone, he was such an annoyance. If you attack him, let's see if he does it here, actually. Oh, maybe not. I thought the trick was basically with the seal. He was hard to attack because if you went into ball form and attacked him, he would just bounce you on his nose and you wouldn't take damage. But maybe I'm wrong. What the?
And how are you supposed to hit him?
Bam! You say bam and he'll take damage. Just have a lot of conviction and you'll certainly do it. Actually, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing this time. Maybe hitting the balls. Oh, I think I remember how this guy works. No, I think that this seal in particular, the way they work is... if I recall correctly, the way this guy originally worked in this version was he blew... Right, he bounced you on his nose if you just attacked him, but if you wait a second, his nose would inflate into a new ball, then he'd send out like these balls. I think I have to destroy these balls for him to do it again. I can't fucking see where these things are landing. Ow! Okay. Wait, are they supposed to explode? I thought I was supposed to destroy them. Confusion. I feel like I may have broken him. I'm not good at playing fetch, obviously, but oh well.
don't know about that.
tells you. Okay.
Let's say like, okay, there goes that icebreaker plan when I'm.
I think I may have broken the boss somehow. But yeah, I think in the Game Gear version, if you just attacked him, he bounced you on his nose and threw you away. But you had to wait for him to start inflating his nose into a new ball, and then when he was in the middle of doing that, you attacked the mid-inflated nose, and that did damage. Don't ask me why, it was a weird fight.
You want the ball? You want the ball?
Squeaky toys.
Oh, even better than that. It's a squeaky tennis ball.
Oh, I fixed the music. Oh, a squeaky tennis ball. That is great. It's a better. That's definitely a good combination because that's a very good ball and a very good squeak.
Be careful, you might make Charm's chat go crazy over that.
Oh, I'm sure I am.
You know, now that I think about it, Essler has visited a few times over here physically. We never did squeaky toy ball throw stuff. I just realized that. That's got to be for a future visit. Now that's a clip there. I mean, I can't help it. The squeakies get my attention. Yeah, I do believe the boss is utterly broken, by the way, so we're just gonna, restart the level, I guess? Oh, I lost the life hitting restart. That sucks.
Oh.
So it actually cost me a life. Alright, in that case, let me actually try to get the life back. It's like fucking rings. Thanks for perking me up, Zeb. That gets my energy levels up a little bit.
See, I knew you were good at fetch.
That's fair, Xerix. You have a good sleep. Just gotta get 100 rings, and I'll just get that life. Okay, so let's try not breaking the boss.
That'd be nice, not breaking the, words do not compute now.
It's fine. I think I may have broken it with invincibility, actually. Because remember how I triggered the invincibility music to end at a weird time and then broke the boss music? And I may have also broken something with the boss at the same time. There we go. Well, that was dangerous. I wonder if there's a light dash in this. Probably not, because it's starting for classic style. Oh, whoops, Sonic. Or Tails, slow down, jeez.
I remember when I did Sonic Frontiers the other day. I'm like, how do you light dash again? Friend, do you remember pushing left stick? Oh, right.
Honestly, anything that requires pushing left stick is something I forget too, man. Because, dude, I don't know what it is, but I hate pushing the left stick in. It's, the most non-intuitive thing for me.
Plus, also, there wasn't any, control button layouts to look through on the Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, are there not? Huh.
I couldn't find any.
Okay, don't get hit by these, don't get hit by these, don't get hit by these, don't get hit by these. Ah, fuck! I was at 200 rings. Sad face. Kind of easy to get hit by, they move pretty fast.
Are they faster than you, though?
I mean, no, that was kind of the problem. I was going so fast I couldn't control myself.
No, it's left stick because, every other button is mapped to, a whole combo setting. So you don't want to accidentally push light dash while you're in the middle of, doing your ultra instant combo on the boss over there. Or something like that.
Yeah, I heard like for the last DLC. I don't want to get into spoilers right now, but like, I heard it is hard, and people were complaining about it. Which I wonder if it's going to be hard for me. It's like I'm legit curious to find out, because what I considered particularly stressful, though I did manage it much easier than I thought. It did take some effort, but remember the first DLC with the frickin' time trial stuff? That stressed me the hell out because I'm not really great at speedrunning, but I did manage to beat everything, which I was very proud about.
Fair enough. I actually never tried that update in the time trials. I actually didn't touch the game again until now.
It's quite the marathon. Like it asks you to do segments first, but eventually it asks you, hey, beat every single cyberspace stage back to back within a certain time.
Oh my.
Marathon. It's very intimidating. Same with the bosses. Beat every single boss enemy back to back within a certain time. But here's the thing that's really cool. The time attack trial, the way it works, is that it counts your time cumulatively across all the fights or all the stages. So if you do really well on one stage and save yourself a bunch of time, that gives you more leeway for the next.
Okay.
Which is a very important thing to figure out. What were you about to ask? You had sounded like you had a question.
Did I ask you to do big bosses like the Titans in a row?
Yes. Yes.
I see.
That was rough because, as you know, there's like fail quick time you lose, and that definitely stops your entire run, by the way.
Question, how many rings did it give you?
I think it gives you fresh rings for every Titan fight. For the Supersonic stuff, I mean.
Oh. Alright.
Wait, what the actual hell? The boss is... I won, guys! The boss is dead!
You're welcome, I got hungry.
Seal is delicious? I don't... Has anybody eaten seal before? I don't know. Whatever, I'll take it, I guess. I spent enough time trying to figure him out.
Yeah.
Maybe I killed the boss last time, which is why he was weirdly intangible, and the game was so confused it couldn't spawn the extra ring, but when I restarted the stage, it was like, oh yeah, he's dead, and then figured it out. Maybe that's what happened, I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. I might need to make a couple streams of me improving my skills in Frontiers, because I'm stuck at the do a perfect run. That's it. That's all I can say since you don't want spoilers.
Okay, fair enough.
I think what we need is actually a stream of RZ playing fetch.
No. Absolutely not. No.
Definitely.
No. Absolutely not. No. I will not do that on my stream or anyone's stream. Absolutely not.
Bet people will watch me play fetch. Just like thinking of it. Don't really have a setup for something like that, but it is a thought. Honestly, when it comes to this latest DLC, as long as it doesn't have any more, hey, can you complete this within a tight time limit that's really stressful? Whatever. If it wants me to do a perfect run or something, as long as it's not a stressful time limit, I'm fine. There's nothing I hate quite as much as time limits.
That's fair enough.
Oh my god.
And I'll say nothing more.
That's fair. Okay, yeah, I don't... Yeah, that's fair. Also, oh my god, the sound effects when you're underwater. Oh god, I'm gonna drown. Wait, there's a bubble.
Get the bubble.
There's not a bubble. I'm missing the bubbles. I got it. I got the bubble. Yeah, basically the sound is like Dopplered when you're underwater, but like becomes super loud as well. For some reason. Dang! Dang! Sorry, I'm just emulating the game. Like, you know you're drowning. You definitely hear the ding. Oh my god, even gave an extra life. Oh god, fish! It's fine, I'm out of the water now. No, never mind, they're flying fish. Oh my god.
Oh no.
They jumped out of the, they did a cheap thing where they pursued me out of the water. Alright, well. Fortunately they fell back in, but... know, it just occurred to me. Aqua Lake Zone has some real Hydrocity Zone vibes here and there.
Oh, it does.
It's cool. I like it. It's not like a clone. That's the reason I like it. Whoa. Chill out. I just want all the rings. It's like an
Chill
easy...
out. I'm just stealing the rings.
But like, seriously, this game looks like... Sonic Encore just is a really solid 3D Sonic game. Like, it looks great, doesn't it? I think it does. Kinda wish... you know, it would be kinda cool. I'd like to see this creator, like, make their own, like, original stages, but with a classic style. I think they could pull it off. They did all this crazy modeling work for all these other stages, these existing stages. So I'd love to see them, like, do that with, like, their own ideas for, like, classic stages, you know? There we go. I was, like, desperately trying to get enough rings to get that last life I wanted. Where am I going?
You're going down into the depths. Obviously.
Ah, they finally clipped me. They use the strategy of, if we shoot enough bullets, I'm sure one of them will land. Like... you might be right. Maybe I do have to go underwater here.
I'm also just spitballing ideas.
Oh wait, hold on. This seems... Wait, no, I came from here. No, did I? Actually, I don't think I... No. It's like a big loop, but I'm not... Okay, I'm just gonna go this way. Let's see what happens. Oh god. That was kind of funny, actually. A bunch of mines exploded around Tails, and he just went BAM! He's unflappable. He's like, oh, a bunch of mines trying to blow me up. Like, BAM! Like, he's just taking it in stride. Also, yeah, I totally did go backwards. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna take the underwater route. That might help me figure this out, because I'm confused myself. Oh god. The Jaws comment you made earlier is now appropriate. There is a shark chasing me now too, as well as a piranha. Oh.
Oh. Now I immediately thought it was drowning music. Uh-oh.
Okay, I only had it for a second, but it was enough to... Okay, that bubble shield released refreshed by oxygen before I lost it. Holy shit. I'm just like the underwater enemies, man. If they're just as relentless as the enemies above water, but now they can go in every direction. So it's worse.
What's worse, the Sharpedos in Sword and Shield or these?
Well, Sharpedos were really fucking annoying, I will give you that. Oh god.
So fucking painful.
Yeah, I think I either had to go underwater or the above water path was so obscure that it may as well be best to go underwater. One or the other. Underwater is dangerous because that's the realm of all these crazy, like, underwater predators. Oh. Oh no, this boss fight's underwater. Okay, I don't remember the Aqua Lake Zone robotic fight.
Don't think this will be like last time.
Oh no, now he's Doppler affecting his voice. Oh, I think I remember. I think to get oxygen in this fight, you have to hit him. And then bounce off of him, yeah. Oh, what the fuck was that legend? I broke the boss music again, oh no. Yeah, he has a bubble, right. Aqua Lake Zone's robotic fight has bubble shield, I guess? So attack to get bubble. Or just like... Uh-oh. Tails, what the hell did you just do? Tails, how did you find a way to die in that situation? I don't have any rings. It really isn't ideal, but okay.
Don't think this will be like last time. No, don't!
I like how Robotic goes from confidence and no, don't! I love how you go from confident and evil to sniveling in like 2 seconds. Can I no rings this? Probably.
No, don't! No, don't!
Robotnik would prefer if I didn't.
I'm gonna grab some more food. Be back later.
Okay.
No, retreat!
I actually need to step away as well. I got some clips to process, which means I gotta listen to them, so...
That's fair.
Yeah.
Alright. See ya. I'll be here if you come back.
Okay.
There. Hanks would be like, can you don't? Yeah, pretty much. Eggman sounds so dumb under this filter. He really does. Eggman freaks out in the middle of an aquarium. That's what that filter makes it sound like. Oh, that was the other zone. Oil Ocean Zone, which, by the way, looks great. Oil Ocean Zone was a surprisingly colorful zone, so it looks really cool to have it remade in 3D. I mean, look at this. I say surprisingly colorful because you wouldn't expect an oil rig to be colorful, but it is. A lot of colors going on.
The game does show a lot of promise, considering the 3D remasters of all the maps or acts.
Yeah. I mean, the closest we had this officially was Sonic Generations, but I feel like Generations wasn't as concerned about getting that classic vibe with the visuals, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
This one feels a lot more like, we want to take what was 2D and make it 3D, you know? Which I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Ow, fucking... Where the hell that come from? Don't...
You can even tell that they went above and beyond to make this happen.
Yeah. Like, the amount of time spent just modeling all the custom, like, enemy graphics and environment graphics, especially... Do you see how many environmental graphics have been created for this? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, like, just look outside... Oh, God, where am I going? Just look over there, where I'm going to go die in a pit. Like, but like, look at this. Look, just look up here, and it's like... Yep, that's Oil Ocean Zone. Like, these magnificently large purple structures with the green, presumably oil vats and everything. Like, yeah, it just looks cool. I like this. I honestly recommend people play this. If you guys like classic Sonic, if you like 3D Sonic, but you like the idea of like a 3D Sonic game that feels more classic style, this is really kind of one of the best experiences for that, I'd say. Actually, now that I think about it, of all these classic stages being remade in 3D, you know what this makes me think of? This is Sonic Mania 3D. Right? Which, you know, not quite... Which, Sonic Generations and Sonic Mania have a slightly different design mentality. Sonic Mania is about reimagining, being faithful to classic stages, but also reimagining them. While Sonic Generations is more about being inspired by classic stages and having some of their set pieces while doing something different with them. I'm not saying either is bad, by the way. Sonic Generations is not a bad game by any means. It just has a different design focus when it comes to like how it's using those classic stages, you know? There is no wrong method in here, as long as it's fun. But I much prefer the stay faithful to the classics style. Because it feels really cool to see this stuff in 3D when it is, you know, so very clearly still based around the classic gameplay and elements and flow, you know?
Oh, Zim's gone.
Yeah, Zim headed out. He had to do some clip work.
Oh, that's fair. To be a proper, true streamer with a proper job, I guess you've always got to be working on stuff.
Pretty much. I've had a few days off lately, but honestly, it's at the point where like when I do take days off, I feel like, oh geez, maybe I should be doing something, you know? So like seriously, the modeling work is very impressive. Like these seahorses I'm flying past, look at them. They got their little flappy flap wing fins as they try to murder me and everything.
Can I keep one as a pet?
I wouldn't recommend that. They try to kill you. But
I'll fix them up.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Now you're inside the Purple Factory. That's true! Actually, that's a good... I didn't even notice that transition happened. Now that you mentioned it, that's really cool. Because, yeah, I didn't even notice when we went from outside to inside. It was very smooth, so I didn't even notice. I think we just rode an elevator into the... Well, this is a weird elevator. I think we rode a big old elevator and let us inside. Which, by the way, that's actually very Sonic Mania design of this too. Because think about it, Sonic Mania Act 1 was usually very faithful to the original game, and then Act 2 would like explore a new environment in that old environment, and that's kind of what this is doing. Oil Ocean Zone only ever took place outside in the original game, but this 3D reimagining takes you inside the oil facility too, which is cool. I mean, look at this giant imposing thing, and yeah, like all these sirens and lights, it all makes sense. Oh, and it's even referencing the, obviously Oil Ocean was also in Mania. This guy was for Mania, specifically. So it's kind of interesting, because even in Mania's gimmick for Oil Ocean Zone, to make it unique for Mania, was not really a great gimmick in my opinion. Wasn't it just, oh, there's a lot of smog and you will die. You'll lose all your rings unless you like filter the air. I think that was how that gimmick worked for the second act. And I thought it was kind of not really the best gimmick. And then also there were submarines you went inside occasionally. Those were kind of weird. I think I prefer this. I think I prefer the approach being used in Sonic Encore here, where the idea is going inside Oil Ocean Zone's, well, oil rig factory.
Did you set the oil factory on fire in Mania?
Yeah, they did. That's why Act 2 was all smoggy and why you had to get air. You had to get air or you lose rings. You had to clear the air constantly or you lose rings. Honestly, it really wasn't that unique of a gimmick because it was basically the exact same gimmick as Octopus. It was the exact same gimmick as Sandopolis Zone Act 2, where you had to constantly keep pulling switches so Ghost didn't try to murder you. It was basically just that reskinned into a kind of a different mechanic, but pretty much the same mechanical flow, you know? That doesn't make it the worst mechanic ever, it's just, it very much was like Sandopolis Zone Act 2. Wait, what, the boss was busted on launch in Sonic Mania for Oil Ocean Zone? What did... how so?
Busted? Huh.
Broken in some way, I imagine.
Then again, that fight was really difficult, because you're like losing platform.
I actually can't remember. I mean, the first one was the mechanic dude in Act 1. What was the Robotnik fight in Oil Ocean Zone for Sonic Mania? I don't actually remember.
Octopus Squid?
No, that was the well, was it? Oh yeah, you know, you're right. It was the octopus. Yeah, I was trying to remember if that octopus was the original game. No, the original game was he just popped out of the oil and had a little laser gun that also popped out of the oil. I remember now. Also, might I notice, I kind of like the giant ring aesthetic of some of the area here. The boss there pull platforms into oil, but if you're sand platforms while they pull it down instead of falling into oil, you instantly hit the kill berry and die. Oh, I think I remember this glitch. I don't think I experienced it when I played Mania. I think I played it after the patch. Ooh. But I definitely remember hearing about it. It was basically a big old physics glitch, right?
I don't remember.
Oh god. I almost invincibility myself to death. Alright. That was dangerous momentum. Why is this song so loud?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you on the loud pitch. You're blasting. You have like a speaker, or is it just coming straight from your body? Are you hearing me? Tails!
Whoa! Whoa! These octopi. Look at this octopus here. He's fucking showing off with like his friends. Look at this guy.
Oh.
This was like a little dude. Yeah, you know what? I could shoot tails while doing fucking loops. You guys can't do that.
I mean, points for execution.
Look at him. Hold on, I'm gonna kill the other enemy so I can look at him better. Oh, careful. Okay, now that I can look at him and him alone. Look what happens when he lands. Whoa! Just pay attention to this. He's just so glitchy.
He's such a silly guy.
Such a silly guy. Also, good night to you, Crystal. You have a good night. Oh god! By the way, I could just fly right outside the fences. They don't stop me. I do, in fact, fit between the gaps because I am small fox child. So I just, like, careen past the fence. It doesn't stop me at all.
It's fine. It's prepping him.
For what exactly?
Redacted.
It's one of those lessons you learn in life where, like, just because there's a barrier up doesn't mean you can't go through the barrier. A lesson that some people don't seem to understand when it comes to cars and, like, sides of the road.
I'll admit.
Whoa! Whoa! I can just fly across, like, a ton of the stage now.
I really like the set piece where it's like you're just flying across everything. I
That's
can see
always-
the boss arena from here.
See, that's a really good use of 3D space, actually, when you can go, like, really up high and then, like, see tons of the level and, like, fly across part of it. That's always fun, actually.
Right, you can set the oil on fire here. Right.
Oh, I think the oil's a death plane, though, so I can't actually test that here. Unless there was, like, was there an oil flow
slide.
earlier? There was a slide
oil
earlier,
slide.
but there was a slide over there, but it's not, if you notice, the slide doesn't have any... Well, never mind. Never mind. It's all went south. But yeah, there is oil on some of the slides, but some of them don't have oil on them, so... I would have tried that, though, if I... Wait, I can land the oil, alright. Also, it is Octopus. I like how the moment I showed up here, by the way, the first thing Robotnik said, instead of this, normally he says, "This won't be like last time," but this time the moment I showed up, he said, "No, don't!" Just immediate fear for Robotnik.
Yes, his octopus machine totally took him down at the time. Totally took him.
How do I hurt him?
Now you hurt him.
Oh, I see. So I guess the oil is not actually Deathblade. I have a single ring. That's good enough. Nope. The oil really messes up your movement, though, so it's like really bad to land in it. It's basically like quicksand. There they go. I have to keep moving because the lasers that are constantly being shot at me basically force it. Just concentrate. I have to keep on the move and try to... If I get in the oil, I can't keep on the move if I'm in the oil, so that's like really bad.
I mean, it's oil. It should slow you down, right?
Yeah. Those laser guns will have no trouble taking me out at that point. Should I be concerned about the extra tentacles that are over there doing something? What are they doing? I don't even know.
I think they're not important.
Hopefully not. Tells, you're in a platform. Oh, that's unfortunate. I got stuck in a platform. Oh well, let's try again. What if I can hit him 3 times if I'm really fast? Can't you attack the lasers? You can?
No, don't!
I'll try. Oh. That doesn't appear to allow me to do that, no. Oh, he only moves one platform. Okay.
Even you won't last long against this one.
I was right, I can hit him 3 times. I don't have any rings, though, so... FYI, I'm going to die. I didn't feel like there was... Okay. Like our mic's talking over there as I respawn. I'm sorry? Oh, I see. I was getting shot at. Just trying to get some extra rings. Hey, I do like how he cowers every time I show up, though. Always a no-don't the moment I show up. Come on.
This one.
Oh, that's right. I could fly more.
Even you won't last long against this one.
You're right, because I'm going to die again. I'm trying to multi-hit him, but I have to, like, actually pause between attacks. And he can kind of do contact damage at random moments, so I have to be careful. Weirdly, it's letting me lock onto him early. I don't know why. Okay, 2 hits. 3 hits if you're really fast, 2 hits under normal circumstances. Works out. God, there are some near misses of these fucking lasers. Oh god, I almost touched that. Okay. I just realized something. Not to harsh my groove or anything, but I just realized... Yeah, that turned that stuff on again. So the options don't save, I'd like to know. You have to constantly remember to, like, change them when you reload a level. Could be worse. But a lot of Unreal games have that problem. I assume this isn't made in Unreal. Okay! I was correct. The animation of them slamming down is like... It's instantaneous. There's no way to predict it. So I wasn't just being a fool when I got smashed by them. I was actually watching the tentacles very closely to see if I could tell when they're going to smash. They don't raise up before they smash. They just kind of do it. Okay. Alright. They're probably on a timer. If I could count, I could probably figure it out instantly, but... Okay, so it is properly tracking. You know what I should do? Just enhance the quality of that. There we go. Let's try that. I was trying to make it run a little bit better for you guys, that's all. Which also involves fucking myself over. Alright. So yeah, it's just a matter of I need to predict when they're going to slam down, so they don't hit me. Yeah, if you're really fast, 3 hits. But you have to be, like, on the ball. As I would cut down the length of this fight, I would like to get 3 hits. And slam! I knew it. I should have stopped. I had a feeling it was probably going to happen. Oh, okay. I think my homing attack went on that 3rd shot, but he was invincible at that phase, at that moment. So I was like, all right, gonna leave. Like, I just gotta get out of here. And and slam. Yep, I thought so. Oh, wrong way.
Even you won't last long against this one.
Oh no, not again. Please? Okay, that is such a bullshit situation, though. Basically, if I'm in the lava in the wrong place, the platforms literally just trap me. This is proven to be harder than I thought. You know what I gotta do, actually? Hold on. For safety's sake, hold on a second. Backtracking time. You're probably wondering why. To get an extra life. Which isn't easy. There's a lot of things waiting to knock the rings right back out of me, so... Okay. Oh, well, that's okay. I already got the extra life. I just want to make sure we don't game over, whatever that does. Oh.
Game over means game over. Obviously.
I'm gonna try a new tactic, by the way. It may not be a good idea, but it may also be a good idea.
Do it.
Alright, so, like, I can fly and then smash down. So I'm just gonna, like, fly. Wait, what? Sorry? What exactly did I just do?
What?
Alright then.
I was about to just like, ah yes, play that one song when you're blasting off to the moon. You fall down. Oh.
So, if I fly up too high, it looks like the fight resets. Interestingly.
Okay, who funded Tails' space program?
Tails himself.
Yeah, so this fight's really jank, unfortunately. It has a lot of issues that get you killed. For instance, the tentacles don't do any animation before they slam down, meaning you have to just be ready for them to do it. But that's not the end of it. It also is the fact that you get stuck in platforms that they raise up around you. And the lava is, like, really hard to jump out of, too. Oh, right! Okay, I should always come back here, because this gives me not only a bunch of rings, but also a shield. I forgot that was there. Let's see if I can bring the shield to the end if I move fast enough. Oh my god. There's fireballs all around me, but I'm good. Sir. Tails. Oh. Man, as long as you're not... As long as you're not... Tails, could you please fly... Could you please fly upwards? Thank you. Oh yeah, at the rate of like 5 seconds per hour. Oh, wait, what does that even mean? Yes, that weird time measurement. Okay.
Time over distance. Relative.
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 Getting out of the lava is like... Here's the thing, I have to jump and then press a different trigger and then jump to fly. Doing all that in the minimal time I have between getting out of the oil for little brief jumps is really tricky. But at least I have a shield now. This should ideally help. That's gonna be 2 hits. I'll take it. I wonder how many hits he has. I think some of the other Robotnik fights have had more than 8, so... And smashing down now. Well, it's Jake as hell, but I will credit for the difficulty. Those lasers aren't actually that good at hitting me, unfortunately. Oh, that was close. I really probably should just go for 2 hits. Going for 3 is risky. But also, I want to get the fight done faster. Which reduces risk, technically. Okay, slam's going to happen now. Well, I've just noticed something, by the way. While I definitely don't want to be standing still, those laser guns are not actually that good at shooting me. They're pretty bad at aiming, actually. I got 3 hits, yeah. How many hits is that so far? I think it's 7. Apparently all I needed was the shield. The shield gave me a lot more confidence that I didn't get hit for a while. I just did lose it a second ago now, but... I mean, that's fine. I just lost my shield. I'm still good for right now. Well, so much for that phase. I will consider that a... Are you fucking kidding me, man? You piece of shit. Here's the thing, it's hard to recollect your rings when the platforms get knocked down. If I get hit on a stable platform, that's not really a big deal. But losing the rings of the oil makes them pretty much impossible to pick up. Well, that was a really awkward second hit, but at least I got it. They lock on your Equation as long as you move, you're fine. You're probably right, Nano. Here's the tricky things, though. You notice how the tentacles move? Like the ones that... Oh. Okay. Some amount of speed would be good. Yeah, as long as I'm a little bit antsy, I should be okay. Yay! Good. Finally. He took like 10 hits, I think. You'd be zooming it, so it's a bit hard to notice. Yeah, the camera does do its best to follow you, but like sometimes it swings around a little unpredictably too. I'm gonna guess that's it. Ooh. I mean, it's playing final boss music because that was the end of the game. I'm pretty sure. That's it. I expected some sort of little. I expected like either an unlockable or I don't know, credits. No? Alright. Well, I did it, though. Which is... That's good. I seem to... You know what my reward was? My mouse doesn't exist in the game anymore, so I can't click on the menu. I can't interact with the menu anymore. Well, that was the final build of Sonic Encore. That was a combination of the previous two showcase levels of Sonic Encore that we saw in previous stage showcases previous years, as well as the additional content of Green Hill Zone. And so it's a complete package, and there's the package. I mean, it is what it is, and you play it, and it's fun, and then it ends, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed Sonic Encore. We won't be seeing it again, but maybe we'll see something else from this developer in the future. At least I hope so, because I think they've done a very exceptional job.